So I've been cleaning out my old shop, and that picture thing, I made that a long time ago when I used to have a store with my older brother, and it was just something left over that we didn't sell when we closed up. I think that's a good spot for it. So I've expanded the trail a little bit, and technically this isn't part of the trail here. This is just kind of a spot, but I wanted to put all these little hidden things within the trail so when people visit, things will just pop out to them, and you know, adds a little charm. I just love it when you're walking through the woods and you just randomly stumble upon something super cool and sort of whimsical. I plan on making this whole trail filled with sculptures and whatnot. So if you watched part 1, you know that this trail leads out to the chicken coop going that way, and then if you continue going this way, it goes down into the trees and down to the pond. Which I share with my neighbors across the pond. Anyways, from here, it's kind of a landing station, and you can enjoy the pond if you want, or you can go up this trail here to the chicken coop. Remember when I said I wanted to fill the trail with sculptures? Well, there's a whale that I made a long time ago, which is kind of cool. So you can go up this way, you can go back the way you came through this trail here. It's kind of hard to see in the fall. You can enjoy the pond, which I share with my British neighbors over there, or you can take this trail up to the driveway. To here, and from here you can leave, or trying to race Hank, it's tiring, or you can go this way, which is basically just up the driveway. I beat him. Back to the chicken coop and to another entrance to the trail. This trail isn't that interesting. This is the I'm out of breath. This trail here I did last year. I did it with a weed whacker. But this year, if you've been watching the vlog, you know that my neighbor, who lives just over there, gave me an old lawn tractor. And it has like a pretty narrow deck, I would say, but it's perfect for getting in between trees, like so. And I used it to blaze the same trail that I used my weed whacker for, and I brought it all the way to the entrance back into the trees over on this side where we started just now. Now, the reason why I went with a wider trail is because it's easier to walk on, and oftentimes we find animal crap on here that doesn't belong to Hank, but it's just makes it easier in general. So once again, if you watch part 1, you know where this trail goes, here. However, since I had the lawn tractor, I decided to blaze a new trail going this way. beat you again. Whew. Which ultimately brings us back out to the chicken coop. Which is fine and dandy, but that trail's not that interesting because this goes through part of the backfield. Now we do have plans for the backfield that we won't be able to get to this year, but at some point we want to put fruit trees back there, maybe even a barn if we got goats or a donkey or something. I don't know. We have to do some research. Oh my gosh, I haven't ran since my running challenge. Okay, so we do have plans for over there, but we can't get into them now. But what we can get to is the plans that we made last year. So, if you recall, I was with Tyler and we decided that we would blaze a trail through this way. Remember episode 1 there, Tyler?
I do remember episode 1. It was rad.
Oh shit, almost tripped over that. Who put that rut there? Okay, so I don't know if you remember how we talked about putting the trail through here or not.
I do, kind of.
So we don't have to have the entrance here necessarily, but we should find a spot. And then you remember how we wanted it to go all the way down,
yeah, and link up to that,
to the other one by that spruce tree that was there, which is now dead, by the way.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah. Remember when you cut your leg on that barbed wire that was here?
Man, you was coming last, eh?
So I think this is the spruce tree.
This way.
Yeah, we kind of had a little idea of a trail, but
You really did.
I'm pretty sure it was starting in here. But we don't have to follow what we talking about last time. Some of these trees have fallen over and stuff too, some of the dead ones.
I mean, I kind of like this just because it's already a deer trail.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it's already started.
And it goes left, but I want to go...
We can cut up though, yeah. No, I see
Yeah.
it up there.
Yeah, and let's go right. Let's cut up this way and then come back around just so it's nice and long. And
You want to wind it?
yeah, kind of like how you did it over on the other side,
Okay.
over there. I like that.
We could take a quick bushwhack. We wear shorts again, Tyler.
Always finding random stuff. Just a metal pail here. Last time, remember, we found a gopher trap.
I do.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean, see there, wrap around here. You can come through here if you like,
Yeah,
and then start
I like that.
coming left around there, and then we can do another switch back there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is actually easier to do it like this since the leaves are falling down, so we can kind of see
Where you're going?
where we're going. And then when the next spring, when the leaves are coming back, it'll be like everything will be closed. You won't be able to see the house up there or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, dope. Let's do it.
Okay. Obviously in the past someone was chopping
stuff down in here. Like this is cut up into firewood lengths, and then they just never hauled it out of here for whatever reason. Oh, that's probably the tree that they cut down. Yeah.
Look at how neat this is. How the bark stayed perfect.
Yeah, it's almost like a flower pot.
Yeah, it is almost like nature's flower pot. Nature's moss pot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice actually.
It's pretty nifty. So we're like kind of near the end. Do we want to be near the end? I mean, we could just jet right up there, or we could veer down here and kind of wrap around and come up further over there.
Yeah, we don't need to come up right directly. Let's see here.
I mean, we also got to do it in conjunction with what's
cutting down the least amount of trees.
at least not trees, but just like what you have for not super steep slope
Right.
to enter from the top, because it's kind of a...
Okay, so right there is the fire pit.
Okay.
So we could just go right up there. That's kind of lame.
It's kind of lame. Okay. I feel like you should do it anyway, because it is actually most efficient, and if you're actually going to use this path, efficiency is kind of a thing. That being said, you can do another path.
We can do another path.
Do another path, man.
Why not?
Just, we go up here, and then you can shoot that way, and that way, when you do come in, you can, you know.
Okay, so the deer path that's down there, on the other side of it, I know that it goes all the way over there to that path that comes down from the chicken coop.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So we can just do that.
Right.
Good?
Cool.
Let's do it. Okay, we have a trailhead right here by the wood pile thing, and if you watched, did we talk about last year? We talked about it.
We were gonna build a gate to Narnia, and it was gonna start right here.
Yeah, and it was going to be through the wood shed.
Yeah.
We didn't have time to do that this year.
Double wood shed that had the hidden entrance kind of behind it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I remember, so that's exactly what we're going to do, but not today.
Or this summer, maybe.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
So last year I asked Tyler to help me with this because he has like cool creative ideas well, you're an artist for one thing, but also your backyard. Last year you started it, right?
I pretty much started it 7 years ago when I moved in. It was pretty much just flat, all grass, and my wife and I really, you know, had some visions and actually followed them through.
And then just recently you finished it.
Yeah.
Or more or less finished it anyways.
It's pretty done.
It's freaking sick.
It's,
Here's a picture right here of it. That looks dope, right? Right.
Right. That's right there.
You keep finding broken glass in here as well. Kind of a bummer. What is this? A pillowcase? I think it's a pillowcase. It is a battery.
It's
AAA? Or AA?
the triple.
AAA.
Hair Deer? It's a super heavy duty AAA battery.
Oh, that's obviously why they threw it in the trees.
Mercury free. So, you know,
Oh,
going for it.
Okay. Hey, you got long hair. What are these?
I should shave my head anyway,
Yeah, but that would look so pretty on you. Okay, so now we have this area here, more or less, and all the garbage that we dug out of here. Tyler even created a bit of a step here. So we might actually make stairs go all the way up at some point. We just need to make time for that. But for now, we're gonna make the offshoot trail that goes that way. Is that the moss pot? No, that's not the moss pot.
No, you gotta go 15 more feet.
That's the moss pot. Okay, from right here. You ready?
Ready.
Okay, so that didn't work out exactly. This guy.
I was slightly dehydrated from the night previous.
You drank too many dehydration drinks.
I didn't get enough water, and I had about an hour and a half of work in me that day, and it was time for a greasy breakfast and some Call of Duty Warzone.
Well, I appreciate you coming out again. So, let's pick up where we left off.
So many more leaves.
He did that because it took a while for me to start this bad boy.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises. Early in the morning, put him in the longboat until he's sober. Put him in the longboat until he's sober. Put him in the longboat until he's sober. Early in the morning, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises. Early in the morning, pull out the plug and wet him all over. Pull out the plug and wet him all over. Pull out the plug and wet him all over. Early in the morning, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises. Early in the morning. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Put him in the scoundrel, 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 put him in the scoundrel. Early in the morning, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises. Early in the morning, early in the morning, early in the morning. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Drunken sailor, what shall we do with the drunken sailor? Way hey up, way hey up, way hey up. She rises early in the morning. Early in the morning, early in the morning. What shall we do with the drunken sailor?
You can draw.
Okay, I feel like this is going to be helpful. This is the original trailhead here. And then we have a little spot here, if you watch part 1, where Tyler barbed wired his leg. And if you come down a little bit, this is where the golf balls were. It kind of loops around a little bit, comes to a bit of a fork now with our new trail kind of going this way. Sort of like that. The old trail goes all the way up here to my clearing, which is in this area that I want to put my cabin at, which is right next to my pond, which I share with the neighbors across the pond, somewhere in that area. If you keep going a little bit, well actually hold on, there we got a trail going up to the chicken coop here. But if you keep going, the old trail follows the pond a little bit, makes a sharp right-ish area up in here, comes around, and then I have the second, I guess, ending or head, whatever you want to call it, at the barbed wire fence. Then, what's new this year is my trail that goes into the field, something like this, sort of. And then the other trail going the other way kind of follows the fence, goes around a big spruce tree somewhere in this area, comes around, does a sort of windy thing, and then comes out to the chicken coop here. And then this one kind of goes around somewhere in that area. Now, a new trail for this year is, of course, the one that you just watched us make. Kind of hard to, how does this one go? Kind of goes around a little bit, comes up to the fire pit, something like that. About halfway down here, we have the secondary new trail that we weren't sure we were going to do. It's relatively straight, goes like this, something like that. Comes out at the whale, and then I think that's it. Somewhere in here is where we found the arrow last year. I think there's a wasp nest somewhere in this area right now that's quite large. As for landmarks here, we have a cool whale, and then the entrance has 2 spruce trees on it, which is awesome. When they grow up, it's going to be awesome. Next year, we're going to have the gate to Narnia through a woodshed. That's my logs. But that you'll have to stay tuned for next year. Let's go walk it, I guess, real quick before it gets dark. Okay, we are on the X. I'll get you to hold that. The X is right here. Now, now this is what we did last year. If you watch part 1, like I said, you will be able to tour this. It's very full of leaves now, which is, you know, it looks pretty, I guess, but it's prettier when they're on the trees. It's very slippery. This is where Tyler barbed wired himself last year. You remember that?
I didn't get tetanus, for everyone who was very concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that.
You're pretty up to date, as am I. Every 10 years you got to get a new one. Although I've gotten a couple a little early. Okay, so if we come around here, this is where we have the golf balls, which we marked on the map right there. That's where we are right now. Now if we go a little bit further, we wind down in here, we will be coming up to, oh shit, sorry Hank. Maybe we should mark a hole on the map there. Can't see it when it's filled with leaves. Coming up here is our new trail where we found the arrow last year and we stuck it in the ground.
It's right there.
What the hell? No, that's not it. Okay, there's another arrow. That is a coincidence. That is a super coincidence. The other one I believe was red.
It was red.
Yeah. Alright, this one's shredded. I must have got that with the weed whacker. Maybe I should, and it's in the same spot. Okay.
I came here last night, put it there.
We can put in another arrow there. So this is where we're at now, this fork here. One goes up here, which is new. If you watch the first video, you will be able to explore this side over here, which is this. The clearance with that. I don't actually remember what I said in the first video, but let's go to the new trail here. Coming up here, oh, I could have marked on there. Let's do it.
Bucket.
Bucket. We found this bucket, this rusty bucket, which is kind of neat. So we'll put a bucket right there. That doesn't really look like a bucket. That kind of looks more like
it's a bullet.
Like a bullet, yeah. It totally looks like a bullet. There we go. Still doesn't look like much of a bucket, but it's a bucket.
It's an eye, no?
Okay, we come up here around a pretty decent trail, I would say. I like the way it turned out. Let me just turn this around. It's quite nice. Comes around, snakes around nicely, goes past Tyler, and then comes around here. And now this is where we weren't really sure where we were gonna go. Were we gonna go further up there? Of course, when we were mapping this out in our minds while we were coming through here, I guess we were doing it practically, not necessarily in our minds, but we were like, should we go up there? Should we go here? Yeah, but like there's felled trees here that kind of just tell you where the trail should be. But so we were thinking about maybe going all the way up there and coming around, but I actually like the way it turned out here. Coming around the corner, we can either go straight to the whale, which we have here, so we're here now, or we can go up to the fire pit, where next year, part 3, maybe we'll put stairs there, maybe we'll do the wood shed, something or other.
Wardrobe.
I don't know. You wanted to make it actually
the entrance to Narnia. I don't know, man. The wood wardrobe.
Well,
we'll make it work. Fine.
Okay. Anyways, I don't think we're gonna do a wardrobe. Anyways, we come into our little moss field. Oh, I should have made that a landmark. There's a lot of moss in here. So mossy. We'll just have to write it, because how do you draw a moss with a black marker? Moss field. Now we should actually name these trails. Now, a lot of people.
This is Mossy Lane.
Mossy Lane.
Yep.
Yeah,
we already got the 2 S's and the O and the M. Let's just keep her rolling.
You spelled that really funny.
I did. I wanted to go backwards. I'm looking from the top.
So, a few years ago, what is it, 5 years ago? At Art Walk, I also have an Art Walk video. I'll put a link in the description. You're in it. You bought one of my art pieces.
Oh, really?
That was fantastic.
Yeah, everybody loves it, by the way.
Oh, that's great. Tell them thanks. We were on the news for being artists, I guess. I don't know. They picked us to be on the news.
It was for being artists.
And his name is Tyler, and my name is Josh. When they interviewed him first, they put his name correctly, Tyler. When they interviewed me, they put my name incorrectly. They put it as
Tyler.
Tyler, yeah, exactly. And I was so like, all right, I'll roll with it. And then they got our last names mixed up too. Like I was Tyler. Do you mind if I say your last name?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tyler Nicholson. And then they changed it to Josh Nicholson. And then they changed it to Joshua Alexander at the very end there. So I think, what do you think about this? If we named this first trail here the Joshua Nicholson Trail.
Oh, it's touching. I like it. I really like it.
It's touching. Are you for sure?
I'm for real.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Okay, we'll call this the Joshua Nicholson. O-N. Okay, Nicholson Trail. Now this trail here, we're gonna call that. If you guys know Matthew Fox, you will get this. He's obsessed with the Dead Goat Trail. A lot of people don't understand why, but right around this area here, I found a dead goat encased in the ice, and I happened to be talking to him on a Facebook Messenger video chat at the time, and he thought it was a great name for the freaking trail, and that's where the Dead Goat Club came from. Yeah. Okay, so we are about here right now. Let's continue on. Mossy Lane, this trail here, for now is unnamed. Narnia?
You don't have to.
Okay, let's continue. We'll think about it. Let's go through Mossy Lane here. Have to do a little bit more weed whacking, but so far it's pretty cool. This is one of my favorite looks of the trail here. I know camera-wise it probably doesn't pick up so nicely, but it looks freaking cool, in my opinion anyways. So we go along. Tyler liked this kind of felled tree here as being a guide.
So we got some, kind of a cool little.
That kind of comes down
this way around that little sapling that's going to grow into a big, mighty tree.
Hopefully a big tree, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be super neat. And as I'm coming this way, I already realized that, we got this giant tree here.
Yeah.
Giant tree over there.
Yeah.
And this one kind of ends right where that one
starts.
And why not just use that as like a
Like a guide.
halfway perimeter? Yeah, like a guide, and it kind of zips up that little hill, and then you can take that and kind of shoot down over the hill.
Yeah. And it should come out on the other side by the whale sculpture.
Yeah. So it's just like it was set there for us to not have to think for ourselves, and that's always nice.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Which I liked as well, and it kind of pointed us in the right direction, because as we continue walking, another felled tree pops up, which brings us to the whale right there. And then the whale, of course, right here. Now, I mentioned these two trees. They are right here and here. When those grow up, the way I'll have to trim them, like the branches, to open up the entrance here, that's gonna look cool. When I'm an old man, I will love it. And then
What are you gonna name this trail?
this trail, I don't know. Chicken shit trail? I don't know. I don't know.
You always go with the first answer.
I don't know if I'm gonna call it that. Maybe I'll call it the is there like a famous road in like British land?
In British lands, Abbey Road. Are we talking Britain?
Yeah, right, because my neighbor's across the pond there. Oh no, wait, how does it work? I don't know.
Are they British?
I have no idea, dude.
I didn't say anything, so probably not.
Because we're making chainsaw ruckus out here, and yeah, they never came and complained. Okay, so that's the end of our new trail. And then of course we can go up to the chicken coop. In the comments, what should we name this trail? What should we name this trail? And what should we name this trail here? Maybe we'll call that the backfield loop or something. I don't know. And then of course this trail needs a name as well. I don't know. Let's quickly have a look at the landmarks. We will go to here first. I was worried that we were going to run out of light before we could get everywhere, but I think we'll be good. We'll explore all the trails. So that comes up in here where Hank is going. This is my clearing that the trees are so rudely interrupting. Oh, another landmark that I could have put on there is that picnic table. Picnic table. Let me write that on there. Right here is a picnic table. I'm just gonna put a picnic basket, which is gonna look just as terrible as my bucket. But yeah, picnic table right there. That thing is super old. I wouldn't sit on it. This is where my cabin is gonna go, which means that right in the same vicinity will be this wasp nest there. Which is right, that's my wasp nest. I know it doesn't look much like a wasp nest, but
It looks exactly like a wasp nest.
you know, it
It's
does.
the size of a basketball.
Oh yeah, it's large. I know it's still hard to see, but it's big. I don't think they're awake right now, but I still wouldn't want to disturb it. Okay, you didn't see it, but Tyler just about kicked the tree as a joke. Okay, this landmark here, let's go to that one next. That one will be the most obscure because there's a lot of trees everywhere. But if we take the old trail that we built last year, which we are going to be calling the Dead Goat Trail, straight ahead here, it'll bring us right to it. Now there is one more landmark that I think we talked about in the last video, but I can't remember. But we also have what we're calling the woodpecker tree. There's like this big hole in one of the trees.
We thought it was a gunshot.
Yeah, we thought maybe it was a gun.
Also known as a
Shot.
bullet hole.
Yeah, bullet hole.
I don't know why I said that.
Which is right. I think it's one of these two here. I could be wrong. I am wrong. It's not those ones. Maybe it's this one here. Right there. Is that a woodpecker, guys? I don't know. Let me see the map. So, the woodpecker tree, we're just gonna go like this. There's a woodpecker tree right there.
Clearly.
Bam! Right at the at the pond there. If we keep going, another landmark which doesn't exist just yet is right, I think it's right here. We kind of want to put a gazebo of some sort, me and Ashley. That'd be cool, hey?
Oh, that'd be super sweet. So you can
Right?
overlook the lake.
Yeah, so the dead trees that are here, we'll take them down so that we have a better view.
Yeah.
So let's put that on the map. That is about right. This is not to scale, guys. That's our gazebo. We'll put a G on it, which barely looks like a G, but let's continue on. We come down the hill a little bit here. It's a little slippery with these leaves. Ugh. This tree will be cool when it's grown up because we'll have to trim that as well. Same with this one. I love spruce trees being in trails. They add an element of whimsical wonder, if you want to be corny about it. Okay, like this. I actually forgot about this tree. You see how we trimmed that out? Made like a nice archway through it.
It's whimsically wondrous.
Exactly.
Right?
That tree is going to fall down. It's a good thing that most of it's already gone.
We're going to call that dangerous.
Yeah, we're going to call that dangerous.
Also, another hole.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, it's a pileated woodpecker.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Oh, there's another one right in front of you.
Oh, there is. Yeah, they've been eating, I don't know, why did they do that? Getting bugs, I thought.
For bugs.
Okay, if we keep going around the trail, of course with all the leaves on it, it's kind of hard to see. You can see where Hank already went. It's kind of hard to see, but I know where they are because I've been on this trail at least once or twice. Coming through our twin trees right here, which would be kind of cool to put that on the map, I suppose. I mean, why the heck not? We'll put them, say, right there. I'm not the best.
It's super spooky in the fall without leaves.
Oh yeah, with no leaves, it kind of looks a little creepy. Okay, coming up to our barbed wire fence. Last year, when we were building this, you might recall if you watched the video, I almost smashed my face on this. No, sorry. It snapped out and almost...
You cut it in a weird spot.
Yeah, and it went...
learned a lesson that day.
Ping! It went flying. That was good.
Yeah. Because we didn't get hurt.
Yeah, that's why it was good. Okay, and then we come to our new spot, which I cut with the lawnmower. So we are here right now. We are just going to go back to the coop this way because this is kind of boring and nothingness so far. But maybe one day it'll be cool. Maybe we'll put an orchard in there or something. Maybe we'll put a barn in here.
You can always find some saplings from this forest and start planting trees along it.
But imagine they were fruit trees. Then I can eat.
I guess you can finish.
Right? Don't you have plums in your yard?
I have plums and I guard them with my life, and my neighbors think I'm crazy because I'm constantly looking over that tree.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. But I want to do plums and cherries and whatever else will grow in our climate, in our zone here. Okay, the next landmark here is this tree right there. We are going to head over to that tree, which is right there. It's actually, in reality, it's two trees, but whatever, you get the point. I was going to mow that way because that's where the original weed whacked trail was last year, but
Way cool.
yeah, we went around here because the lawnmower didn't fit in there. So these are the two trees here on the map right there. And now we're gonna keep going all the way down to the chicken coop, which is around this way. And again, all the leaves have fallen mostly off of the trees. There's still a couple hanging on for dear death, but this is a much easier trail to follow because it's the grass. Like all this, I just basically cut through the weeds and grass and stuff, tall grass. A lot of thistles and stuff in here, which not the best thing to have planted in your yard. I mean, I didn't plant them. That was Mother Nature. She thought it would be...
Not good for speedo walks.
Not good for speedo walks. But anyways, as we come down the trail here, we make our way we look at the map there, we make our way back. Can I point at it? The chicken coop right there, which is right here. And that is the end. So thank you so much, Tyler, for helping me out with
Hey, it's my pleasure.
part 2.
Whimsical.
Yeah, whimsical. With that beard, you can say that actually pretty good.
Whimsical.
Now, next year, if you have white hair, if you're willing to help with part 3,
Oh, it gets whiter every year.
so you down?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Look.
Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on another vlog. What's up?
So something I quickly want to talk about, and this is for the people who have trees at home and you guys do your own pruning. A lot of people, when I see prune trees, they'll do things and they'll like cut a branch like right here, so you got like a lot of stick all the way down. But what you really want to do is cut it right so it's like flush at the tree. There's some form of tree health reason. I don't know why. I'm just a guy with a chainsaw and someone taught me how to do that, and it always looks better.
Yeah.
So there you go. Quick arboring tip.